Alpha Bravo calling CQ and listening.
Mike 0 Juliet Charlie Foxtrot replying.
Yeah, Mike 0 Juliet Charlie Foxtrot JCF going third Golf 7 Victor Alpha Bravo returning.
Yeah, G4VAB M0 JCF. Good evening. The name this end is Mark, Mike Alpha Romeo Kilo, and I'm just down in Sidcup in Kent. I was a little bit lower down the band, and I heard you calling, and I do need to tune up very, very briefly. Would that be okay? Back to you.
Yeah, fine, Mark. Go ahead. No problem at all. You go ahead.
Yeah, thanks for that. Just cover your ears. I'm just going to send a CW tone. 1 second. G4VAB M0 JCF, Mark in Sidcup. How do you copy me? And can I have your name, please? Back to you.
Yeah, okay, Mark. No problem at all. G4VAB. My name is Matt, Mike Alpha Tango, and not too far away from you. I mean, just south of the town of Bishop Stortford, on the Essex Herts borders there. Junction 8 on the M11. Back to you, Mark.
Good evening, Matt. Yeah, I know Bishop Stortford. At least I know going around that part of the M25. I've done it enough times over the years. But yeah, thanks for coming back to me. I say thanks for letting me tune up. I was a little bit further down the band, and the radio I'm using tonight is an old Trio TS520S, and you know, it's an old analog hybrid, and you've got to do a lot of load, plate, and drive, and all the rest of it. Plus the MFJ tuner needed tweaking slightly. Where was I calling? I was calling down at 3.688, and coming up to, where are we? We're at 37. I've got 3768. I think that's correct. 3768. So yeah, it just needed a little bit of tuning. And what I didn't want to do was just you know, tune all over the top of you like some people are very predisposed to do. But yeah, saying the name's Mark, Sidcup in Kent, using the TS520S, now running about 100 and 110 watts, something like that. On the peaks, and I'll probably get a little bit more out of it, but I didn't want to keep blasting your ear holes with tuning. The antennas are 90-foot long wire, but only about 20 feet off the ground, so it's a great Envis antenna, and I'm getting you around about 5 and 9 plus 25 there, Matt. Back to you.
Okay, Mark. Yeah, no problem at all. Yeah, well, you're doing pretty well back to me as well. You're up 10 plus 20, no problem whatsoever, very strong. Band's a bit noisy, and there's a lot of stations on tonight, but certainly doing very well. We're not too far apart, but it's a very good signal, and the trio's doing a nice job for you. Station this way is an Icon 7700. The antenna is a trap dipole. Okay, not very high, winds at about 30 feet, yellow about 25, and it sort of sags a bit because of the trap. It's not massively high, and I'm running just about 300 watts, so running the 7700 into a linear just to give me a little bit more boost tonight. So and trying a relatively new microphone for me, so I've only had this a week or so, just giving this one a run out tonight. So yeah, back to you.
Yeah, G4VAB M0 JCF. Yeah, I've got a feeling, Matt, we might have worked, and I don't know if we worked recently or not. I do a frequent 60 metres quite often, not on this radio. Obviously, it doesn't have walk band 60 metres, doesn't even have AM. So, I mean, it does a lot, but it doesn't to the modern ham. Probably doesn't do enough. But for me, it's a lovely old girl. I love you. using it, and I've got it down in the garage, whereas the rest of my kit is up in the loft. And it's great because I can come down here later in the evenings or early in the mornings and rattle away on 40, 80 metres and sometimes top band, and not disturb like the household, as it were. But yeah, you're sounding good though. You've got a great audio, quite low, quite mellow, and very easy on the ears. But I was further down the band, and the band was incredibly noisy down there. There's almost like a cut-off point of about 3.7 where the noise drops. I mean, it really was quite hectic down there. I mean, there was a lot of Europeans. I find that a lot of Europeans frequent that side of it. But I heard a few UK stations up in the DX portion work in Japan, and I thought to myself, you know, I'm going to go lower down the band. I'll keep away from those, and just call CQ. And I gave it a good 10 minutes. Now, a couple of people did come back to me, but because my noise was so high, I had nothing that I could have a QSO with. I mean, readability sort of down in the 1s and 2s. And I think one of them was a Mike India 0, or might have been a Mike India 6, not too sure. But I had to give me apologies. He was obviously hearing me, but just wasn't hearing him. But that's the nature of 80 metres when you live in an urban area. You just don't have you don't have a lot of luck. I mean, it's almost like sometimes flip a coin. Sometimes I can work a top band 80 metres, absolutely no problems, and other times it's a complete nightmare. And I like the lower bands as well. I do a little bit of home brewing, and I'm just in the middle of building a 40 metre, 80 metre AM. I built the receiver. I was going to say a transceiver. I built the receiver. I just need to build the transmitter side of it, and I've also got a top band AM transmitter on the go as well. So I like that side of it. And of course, down this low, you can be very sloppy and forgiving with your construction and your design. You can get away with blue murder. Whereas as you go higher the frequencies, your wiring has to get a lot tighter, and your design layout has to be obviously a lot tighter as well. And I'm inherently lazy, hence the 90-foot long wire, a wire that's been up there for donkey's years, long before I was even licensed. And it's just one of those things. I've got my license 4 years ago and just sort of got bunged an on the end of it, and then a coax into the loft. So yeah, I'm probably a bit more haphazard and slapdash with the way I do things. But yeah, it's great to hear you. And as I say, as an audio report, it's a great noise coming out of that microphone there, Matt. Back to you, G4VAB, M0 JCF.
M0 JCF, G4VAB. Okay, yeah, thanks, Mark. Well, that's good. Well, that's the effect I'm striving for. This is my sort of radio audio, so this one stays in 1840, and I've got another radio which I do a bit of DX on 20 and 17. So that's good. So that's what I'm hearing in the cans, but you never can be too sure. So that's excellent. Yeah. Well, and well done on all the projects. You'll obviously keep you busy radio-wise there. I wonder if you know, I haven't heard him for a long time, so I hope he's okay. I used to chat to an amateur called Doug down your way, G6INU. I wonder if you knew Doug or knew of Doug. I don't know, I've spoken to him for about 2 years, and he used to be on Force on a regular basis. I don't think he was in the pub or anything, but I wonder if you knew Doug back to you, Mark.
Yeah, funnily enough, never met the bloke in my life, but I feel like he's a brother. I spoke to him last week, Matt. He's alive and well, still kicking around. And yeah, he was on 40 metres, and I spoke to him last week. And then I think it was at the weekend, I heard him talking to a German. So yeah, he is around. And it's quite funny that, generally on 40 metres, especially Germans and Austrians, Swiss, around that way, whenever I say, I'm in Sidcup in Kent and blah, and they go, oh, do you know Doug, the INU, G6INU? And it's, yeah, I do. And I mean, we're both members of the same club, Cray Valley, here in southeast London. And you know, as I say, I've never met him face to face, or not overtly. I might have seen him at the club. I've gone there for a couple of the, you know, like the talks and whatever, and I've interacted with a few faces that I do know, but not absolutely everyone. I mean, otherwise you look a bit strange walking around saying hello, hello, hello to absolutely everyone. But yeah, he's he's around, as I say. He's very, very popular with the Europeans. I mean, he's obviously been around, judging by the call sign, like yourself, for a while now. And it always makes me laugh whenever they say, you know, do you know Doug? And it's quite funny, as I say, never met him, but yeah, I do know him, and I feel like I know him very well. And yeah, I think people in Ireland, Northern Ireland, Scotland, they've all asked me that question. But there's the long answer to what should have been a very short answer. Yes, he's around. As I say, only spoke to him just last week. Matt, back to you.
Oh, that's good news. I'm pleased to hear that. Yeah, I used to chat to him on 14. I think he used to go on sort of mid-late mornings, and before the pandemic, and 40 was alive. And I've always worked from home anyway myself, even before COVID. So occasionally I used to go and have a little chat with him for 15, 20 minutes, and not that often, but if not, if I was working, I would just listen to him. But you know, 40's not. I can't actually hear him on 40 anymore. I've heard a few people talking to him, but never heard him. I don't know that he uses 80. So anyway, that's good news. So I'm very pleased to hear that. So yeah, excellent. So good stuff. All right, Mark. Okay. Well, I'm going to see if I can work a few more. If that's all right with you. Oh, and I know the Craig Rally Club. Yeah, but I'm a member of the Harlow Club up this way. But I know Craig Rally are very active. So yeah, that's good. Okay, I'm going to see if I can work a few more before I have to turn it in. Just to get a few more reports, if I may. I do appreciate you coming back to the call. I was thinking for a moment there that I was talking to myself, but it's always nice to know someone is listening. And yeah, well done on the project and on the trio there. So thanks so much again, 7 3s, and I wish you well. Stay safe, Mark. Back to you for a final from G4VAB.
Yeah, G4VAB M0JCF. The pleasure was all mine, Matt. Great speaking to you. Matt, just so that you know, and this is just my ears, and admittedly we're on a very short skip. I think your audio, I say it's nice and mellow, very, very easy on the ear, but I reckon for DX you could possibly do with a little bit more treble. I'm just saying that just based on experience. Obviously, you know, we're doing just one path, one short skip, sort of high angle short skip, and you know, we're in one part of the band, so you know, elsewhere it could be all the difference. But I have videoed this one. I've got a YouTube channel. It's M0JCF Ham Radio. Now it's not monetized. It's not got any adverts on it. I'm just using it as a storage area for different videos and that I've started making recently, because I run out of local storage, and I thought, oh, YouTube, you know what, that's a freebie, I'll have some of that. And so I've been sticking it there. And I've told a few people who have been trying out microphones, settings, whatever, yeah, if you want to go there and you can actually hear yourself, bearing in mind the radio that I'm using and the internal speaker and everything else, but I think it will give you a good subjective view of how you sound, at least on short skip into G, and it might allow you, I don't know, it might be of no use whatsoever, but it might allow you to you know, to actually put a bit more you know, like a bit more notes in your notebook as to your settings. And as I say, I'm not looking for subscriptions, I'm not looking for likes and thumbs up and ringing bells or whatever it is they do on YouTube. For me, it's a storage space, but it is public domain and it is open to absolutely anyone who wants to have a look. So there's an idea for you. As I say, not obliged to go there at all, but it's M0JCF Ham Radio, and your video will probably be on there either later tonight or more likely tomorrow morning. I'll probably do it first thing in the morning. So So on that note, I say best 73 to you, mate. Look after yourself. Take care. Look forward to working you again in the near future, whether it be from 70 centimetres right the way up to top band. And we'll carry on with the conversation, I'm sure. Bye-bye for now, old chap, and good luck with some long distance copies. G4VAB M0JCF now going clear.
Yeah, thanks very much, Mark. I made a note of that. M0JCF ham radio. I'll check that out in the morning. Thank you very much. Much appreciated. And I'm not too worried about DX on this band. It's really for local reg or inter-G reg G, so that's great. All right, thanks very much, Mark. Appreciate that, and send to you. Bye-bye.
Yeah, cheers, mate. You've got someone tuning up, so I think your next call's coming in. Bye for now. M0JCF, definitely clear.
Yeah, cheers, Mark. Bye-bye. Okay, this is Golf 7 Victor Alpha Bravo listening. Okay, M0AJJ. This is G7VAB.